So let's be real, Marvel Spider-Man has only been out for a couple of days. Between all of the reviews we've seen so far, all the fanfare that it's already getting from people like myself that got to play it early for review copies, and of course all the hype around it and the expectations of the sales, I don't even have to tell you guys, they don't have to confirm it. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is definitely going to be happening. And I mean, let's think about it like this way, right? Marvel and Sony are sharing this property. Sony owns the character exclusively, right? And it's Sony that went to Insomniac and they decided to develop this game together exclusively for the PlayStation brand. Certainly they didn't have to spend themselves, out too thin. They didn't have to focus on multiple platforms. They had the one working game here, and I think it shows in their design. Focusing on just one console, they were able to pull out something truly astonishing. Now remember, Insomniac, I would argue, is one of the best developers that's been around for a while, that's been underlooked. Certainly you look at some of their games that they put out there, they've been absolutely phenomenal. But this was their first entry into this type of game with this type of scale, and look at how amazingly well they did with it. They've shown, without a shadow of a doubt, they've proven to people that they understand and they can handle games of this caliber. Next up, you give them a higher budget, which is definitely going to happen, especially where we know that many developers, when they put out games, they get bonuses and rewards if they score above a certain Metacritic. Of course, these guys are going to want to do a sequel. Look at all the reviews. Look at all the praise it's getting from everybody. From Spider-Man fanatics like myself, who Spider-Man is literally one of the most important things in their life that helped change their life. It's so important to people that there's no way this franchise now gets tossed away for something else. And I think there's truly going to be something special when it comes to the sequel. And honestly, when we can expect the sequel, I think is going to be something that a lot of people are going to want to talk about. And I'm here to tell you guys, don't expect it so soon, right? It's not going to get announced like this week or next week. This is different than like the film industry. And I think at the earliest, you can maybe expect some sort of announcement at E3 next year, where that would make a lot of sense, right? Maybe for 2 to 3 years from now, because they got the fundamental down, and they can build upon what they have right now. And it really wouldn't surprise me if the sequel is the swan song to the PlayStation 4 and the bridge to the PlayStation 5. Because think of the giant install base you're going to have when you release the sequel, right? Everybody's already going to play this one. Suddenly, your next console is right around the corner, coming in a little bit. Your swan song, your big release, the last hurrah for the current console is Marvel Spider-Man 2, which you end up releasing just a few months later when your new console launches with all the bells and whistles. Honestly, perfect marketing, perfect synergy.